I like going to the summer program because I get to create things in my morning class and I get to do fun things in my afternoon class. I like doing Oli because I learn Hawaiian words, and I like meditating because it calms myself down.
I get to learn two things at once because first I get to learn math and then I get also learn how to cook stuff.
Our mission at Kāneʻohe Elementary is to inspire students to embrace learning and discover passions with aloha at our core.
In the summer sandbox in the morning, the teachers are asked to create project-based units where they integrate the language arts, so the reading, the writing, the math, the oral communication, science or social studies together.
What we want to do is create a situation where teachers can practice and learn how to create these wonderful imaginative units that really engage students in the learning, still have that high expectation, but make learning really fun.
You know, initially, teachers are a little apprehensive. They're not used to someone saying like, hey, do what you want, have fun, explore. You know, there's always like language arts and math and testing and do this and do that.
Being given that freedom is kind of a double-edged sword in a way for me personally, because I was so used to, you know, following this curriculum that now that I'm told I can kind of do, you know, whatever, I'm just like, okay, what does that mean exactly? Where do I go with that? It's almost too open.
We started preparing for a summer sandbox by providing professional development for our teachers. Offered by one of our own teachers, Trisha Kyler, and she shared her method for doing project-based learning.
That kind of got them rolling on like, what are you excited about? What do you want to do? You know, and I think a few of them were afraid to get their feet wet. But once they started going, it was exciting. They got to like, oh, we could do this and oh, we could do that.
It's nice because it then challenges me to kind of come up with fun and creative ways to teach the content, but try to find things that will reach the kids and will be meaningful to them at the same time. So it was a little hard, but it's definitely a good way to stretch me and to challenge me to come up with those activities for them.
For our fourth grade teachers, they actually started with weather. So looking at weather, how weather impacts the climate and the area. And now they're moving into building a hale.
Using some natural materials that we have here on campus, they're going to create a model version of a hale, each individually, and then we're gonna kind of put it together to make a kau hale, which was a community of houses. And then they're gonna actually then throw in the science and test it for, will it withstand some wind and some rain and an earthquake perhaps? So yeah, lots of hands-on and tying into science and social studies.
We actually had a high school teacher that took a risk and joined in to jump into the sandbox, and she created a whole unit centered around the idea of Chopped, the cooking show.
So our students learned about recipe costing, they learned about tessellations for their menu, and we learned about proportions to adjust recipes either smaller or larger. This upcoming week, we're going to learn about creative writing, where they will create a fictional story for how their restaurant started. And then they're going to work on descriptive writing to describe their dishes so that we can create our menu with the 3 entrees. This will culminate in a pitch idea where they're inviting an adult of their choice to come to our classroom on the very last day. They will greet our guests, they'll give them their menu, they'll serve them their food, and they'll do a business proposal pitch for if they would like to invest in our restaurant.
The way that we do project-based learning is kind of like tricking your kids, I shouldn't say tricking, but really tricking your kids into eating vegetables by incorporating it into like spaghetti or to a stew and making it like more fun and more approachable.
I think the vast majority of my students think that they're signed up for a summer cooking class. And we do cook often, but they don't realize how much they're learning about mathematics and writing and business.
So we're still hitting those standards. We're still helping students become more literate, more effective mathematicians. But we're doing it in a way that it makes sense to kids. They see like, oh, okay, this is the immediate application. This is why I'm learning it. And they have that relevancy that propels them forward. On top of that, we also wanted to really ignite learning for kids. We want to inspire them to embrace learning, to really love it. And then through that process, discover new passions that they might want to pursue later in life.
So the afternoon opportunities that we have are 8 different electives. So they will go to Luluku Farms. They'll participate in a collaborative mural with Mele Murals. We have STEAM, we have health and wellness, PE, magic, and also foundational art.
I like that we get rotations and we could go to different classes.
Yeah, it's been really fun because we, like 2 weeks ago, we got to go in the lo'i and we learned how to pull weeds and tend the kalo.
It feels good to go to the farm because then I can like get dirty and stuff. I am learning to paint more, and I did magic.
I am teaching magic here at Kāneʻohe Elementary School here during the summer. The lure is, here, let me show you how to do some magic. And they come in and everything improves. Their poise, their presentation, their public speaking, problem solving. It's a lot of fun. The kids really enjoy it, but not as much as I do. It's my favorite thing.
I'll take anybody that's passionate about what they do, because then when they're passionate about it, it gets reflected on the kids, and then the kids become passionate about it. Sometimes I think they're not given the opportunities to just be exposed to different things like magic or like cooking. You know, if you don't have that at home, then you may not have that exposure. So to give them the opportunity to experience that is exciting for me.
This summer, Mele Murals is a part of the summer enrichment program at Kāneʻohe Elementary. So with us, the students come and they create murals. We try to deepen their connection to their place through meditation and having guests come in and present about the area. They've done some clay making, they've done printmaking, even using vegetables and things to help create that. Kind of a basic understanding of like how ohe kapala was done, how kihe's were decorated, clothes were decorated, and then all of that gets put into the mural. While we're known for the art and mixing the art with culture, I feel the single most important piece we're sharing with the students is the meditation, the mindfulness. You know, being able to calm yourself down and have control of your breathing or your body is something huge for students.
We know that when we engage students, we want to help them see themselves in the curriculum. And oftentimes, especially for students of Native Hawaiian descent, they're not seeing themselves represented in the standard Western curriculum. And so it's really important to partner with our community partners like Mele Murals, like Luluku Farm, so that students can gain an experience which brings pride to their ancestors' accomplishments, which ties them to Kāneʻohe and to this land, which gives them a greater sense of what it means to be in Hawaii.
We do piko every morning. Even in summer school, we go out there. Even for the kids that don't attend Kāneʻohe, we ask them to participate in the morning oli. Uncle Wally, our head custodian here, he and his wife wrote the oli, and it is based upon all the ili or land divisions in just our area in Kāneʻohe. To have that connection to the ili, to the place, to learn of all the mo'olelo of the stories of the area. The more they learn of the stories, the more they learn of the history, they understand the richness of their place and what it was before, and just appreciating their kupuna, their ancestors that came before them.
This year, we've been learning the deeper meaning of aloha as taught to us by my former mentor who recently passed, Pono Shem, who was in turn taught by his auntie, Pilahipaki. And so every day we've been talking about what is aloha, what does it mean, how can we better show it?
Akahai, which was for kindness and everybody to be happy. Okahi, for everybody to be connected. Olu olu, you have to be strong but gentle too. And ha'a just means to empty yourself. And ahunui is patience and perseverance. So people could just wait to use the bathroom or stuff.
It just really helps the students to express themselves more. They can feel more empathy for other students. They have a stronger relationship with each other.
When teachers are able to spend time with students in talking about their experiences and deepening their practice of aloha, what they're doing is they're building connections between the students and then from adult to student. And by having that stronger, positive relationship, that pilina, it builds a sense of trust. And when there is that trust, then students become more confident, they feel more secure in trying things out. You see them risk-taking, you see them better able to motivate themselves intrinsically to do better for themselves.
I think that learning and that is helping us like respect each other more than we did before we learned all of that.
When we talk to students, we watch them in the classroom, when we talk to their families, the result of this learning experience has been one of joy, has been one of excitement, of feeling like, why aren't we doing this during the regular school year?
Now I cook like almost every day for my family. They think, oh wow, how did he learn all this? And I told them, oh, it's my teacher, she's the best.
I had the greatest compliment the other day. We have teachers from other schools that come in to teach at summer, and she said, I really hope that maybe they could do this at my school. And I said, they could, like it's exciting. And I told her, like, I would hope that they would offer that in other communities, because I think it's really rich for the kids and they love it. It's kind of crazy some days, but it's so exciting to see their energy and their excitement about learning again.
I think for other schools, what we want to offer is a partnership. We want to invite them in to be learning partners with us. I invite them to have discussions with our teachers, with myself and our administrative team, because the more we have those conversations, the more committed we are to growing and to changing and to adapting the way that we do education, the better and stronger our entire educational field will be. When we think about all the hard work that goes into putting this summer sandbox together, the efforts of Cherise Yamada, our summer school director, Yumiki Sekimitsu, who's assisting her this year, our teachers, our aides, our staff, a big mahalo goes out to our community partners, to Brad Crowan and his magic company, to Mark Stride and Luluku Farms, to Estria with Melly Murals. They provide an authenticity that schools alone cannot provide. They help guide our students and show them that there are teachers, there's EK, there's knowledge that can be had in various spaces across our community and not just within the four walls of a classroom. And I think that's really important. And furthermore, they care so deeply about our kids. They invest so much. And the lessons that they provide, to me, cannot be replicated by us alone. And so I'm very thankful and very grateful for them.